As people age, their walking pace naturally slows down. However, a small subset of the population maintains walking speeds well above average into their 80s and 90s. Scientists call these older adults supermovers. Because physical health is closely tied to brain health, researchers recently set out to understand if this exceptional physical mobility is linked to better mental function and healthier brain aging. To answer this, scientists combined data from 3 distinct health databases. First, they looked at an international sample of nearly 4,000 adults aged 80 and older who did not have dementia. The researchers defined supermovers as those whose walking speeds were in roughly the top 7% for their age and sex. After tracking the participants for an average of 3.4 to 5.4 years, the researchers found that supermovers had about a 50% lower relative risk of developing cognitive impairment compared to regular movers. Next, the team examined a second study of 197 older adults who took annual cognitive tests. Over an average of 4.4 years, the supermovers showed a slower rate of decline in memory, mental processing speed, and visual spatial skills. A smaller group of these participants also received MRI brain scans. The imaging data showed that supermovers tended to have larger volumes in the right hippocampus, a brain region deeply involved in memory formation. The differences in overall cortical thickness were not statistically significant between the two groups. Finally, the researchers analyzed autopsy data from nearly 700 participants who had their walking speed measured during life. They examined the donated brains for physical signs of dementia, such as amyloid plaques and tau tangles. Before death, the supermovers demonstrated better overall cognitive performance. But when examining the brains post-mortem, the researchers found no differences in the amount of Alzheimer's-related plaques and tangles between supermovers and regular movers. This indicates that supermovers do not necessarily avoid the physical brain pathology of aging. Instead, their brains might possess a form of resilience that allows them to maintain sharp mental function despite the presence of disease markers. The researchers noted that this was an observational study. The strong relationship between walking speed and brain health does not mean that walking fast directly prevents cognitive decline. Exceptional walking speed and sharp cognition are likely both outward signs of an underlying resilience in the brain and body. Learn more about this study and other new research at PsyPost.org.